Hello, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Mindy Auger, and I am the Benefits Liaison for Sedgwick. I am here today to provide some information that may be available to you as a Lockheed Martin employee. As a disclaimer, this is a summary and guide of programs and/or benefits available to non-represented Lockheed Martin employees. In the event of any discrepancies, official company policies and plan documents will govern. For this presentation today, we will be going over FMLA, short-term disability leave, family care leave, parental leave, employee and manager responsibilities for initiating a claim, and what to do while on leave, as well as HRBP responsibilities, leave scenarios, and we'll be closing it up with resources. The Family and Medical Leave Act of 1993 is a United States labor law requiring covered employers to provide employees with job-protected and unpaid leave for qualified medical and family reasons. Eligible employees may take up to 12 weeks of unpaid family and medical leave in a rolling 12-month period for employees on serious health condition, in which FMLA does run concurrently with short-term disability when applicable. Family member serious health condition. This is to care for a family member, child, parent, or spouse, or a wounded warrior. Qualifying exigency. This is a situation arising from a covered military member's covered active duty for which qualifies for FMLA. Also bonding with a new child. This leave must occur within 1 year of the birth, adoption, or foster care placement, unless otherwise required by state law. A serious health condition is an illness, injury, impairment, physical or mental condition that requires you to be absent from work and involves inpatient care or continuing treatment or supervision by a healthcare provider. In order to be eligible for FMLA, you must have completed at least 12 months of service and worked at least 1,250 hours during the 12 months prior to your first day of FML. Short-term disability leave may be granted when an employee requests an absence from work for more than 7 consecutive partial or full calendar days due to their own serious health condition or disability. Employees who experience an inpatient hospitalization will qualify for short-term disability even if they have not met that 7-day waiting period. Short-term disability does grant you up to a maximum of 26 weeks. Weeks 1 through 8 you're paid at 100%, and weeks 9 through 26 you're paid at 60%. Health and welfare deductions continue while you're out on short-term disability leave, and if the illness and injury is work-related, employees must notify the Workers' Compensation Administrator and Sedgwick of their short-term disability leave. Short-term disability does run concurrent with any eligible FML and state leave law. Short-term disability payments will be reduced by any eligible state leave law benefit. Family care leave is to care for the serious health condition of a family member or a wounded warrior. This allows up to 80 hours of paid leave in a rolling 12-month period. FML eligibility is required, so 12 months of service with 1,250 hours worked in the last 12 months. The leave also must be initiated with Sedgwick. Pay will be reduced by any state-mandated leave benefits, and leaves will run concurrently. Part-time employees are eligible for 2 weeks of their regularly scheduled hours. Parental leave is to bond with a new child. You're allowed up to 4 weeks of leave. This can be taken continuously or in 2 2-week periods in a rolling 12-month period. This must be taken within 12 months following the birth, placement of a foster child, or finalization of adoption. Eligibility requirements is 6 months of service. FML eligibility is not required. However, any FML time will run concurrently with the paid parental leave. Leave must be initiated with Sedgwick. Pay will be reduced by any state-mandated leave benefits, and leaves will run concurrent. Part-time employees are eligible for 4 weeks of their regularly scheduled hours. The employees can call Sedgwick to initiate their leave no later than the 8th calendar day from their first date of absence. They'll also need to inform their manager of their leave request. The employees will also need to submit medical documentation to Sedgwick within 25 days of their start of their claim. They can submit their documentation via email at lmcmedical@sedgwick.com. They can fax it at 855-492-6750, or they can upload it onto My Sedgwick. They'll also need to notify Sedgwick and their manager of any changes to their leave dates and any return to work dates. They'll also need to apply for any applicable state leave benefits as directed by Sedgwick. For the managers, you'll need to advise the employee to call Sedgwick to initiate a leave, or if the employee is unable to do so, you can contact us on their behalf and report the claim for them. If the employee's illness or injury is work-related, the manager should notify HR and the Workers' Compensation Administrator. Sedgwick is available at 877-491-5303 24/7 to report a new leave, intermittent absences, or return to work. We are open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. You can call us to speak with a live Sedgwick representative, including a care coordinator who specializes in state leaves and disability loss. Employees will need to report intermittent time taken by 11:59 p.m. local time the day following an absence to Sedgwick as well as to their manager. Third shift employees must also report their absences to Sedgwick by 11:59 p.m. local time following their shift. Employees can report their absences via My Sedgwick or by calling Sedgwick at 877-491-5303. They'll need to code time and attendance for STDL, FML, and any military leaves if possible. Employees may use PTO as income replacement while on unpaid FML. They'll also need to notify Sedgwick and the manager of any changes to their leave dates. They'll also need to provide certification when requested if they need to recertify their leaves. For managers, you'll need to code time and attendance for leaves if the employee cannot code their own time. If an employee can code their own time, you'll need to verify the time and attendance is accurately reported. You'll also need to report any changes to Sedgwick, check the employee's leave status on the online self-service tool, My Sedgwick, and if the leave or specified dates are denied, remind the employees that their time card may need to be adjusted. The HR business partner is responsible for directing the employees to contact their manager for any personal leaves and Sedgwick for all other leaves. They're also responsible for contacting the workers' compensation point of contact, manager, and Sedgwick for any workers' compensation related leaves. They're also available to provide advice and counsel to managers and employees on absence management issues, and they're also available to initiate any leaves with Sedgwick if the employee is unable to do so. They will also collaborate with our leave of absence point of contact if there is a problem with the employee's position upon returning to work, and support managers and Sedgwick with any workplace accommodation issues. The next few slides are going to go over some scenarios that may help you understand your leave options. In this scenario, we have an employee taking short-term disability leave for their own serious health condition. Lockheed Martin wants to ensure that you continue to receive your pay while you're out on short-term disability. So for weeks 1 through 8 of your short-term disability leave, you will receive 100% of your pay. Starting on weeks 9 through 26, that pay will be reduced to 60%. If you are eligible, Federal Family Medical Leave Act will run concurrently. Just to be aware, your short-term disability leave may be reduced by any eligible state benefit. Here we have an expecting mother taking short-term disability leave for a normal delivery and is planning to go straight into paid parental after. Lockheed Martin wants to ensure that the new mother will receive 100% of pay for weeks 1 through 6. And if eligible, federal FML will run concurrently with the short-term disability leave. On week 7, she will have the option to transition to paid parental and bonding leave that will provide an additional 4 weeks at 100% of pay, and then continue with any additional unpaid federal FML time remaining. Just be aware that your short-term disability leave and paid parental leave may be reduced by any eligible state benefit. In this scenario, we have an expecting mother taking short-term disability leave for cesarean delivery and is planning to go straight into paid parental bonding leave after. Lockheed Martin wants to ensure that the new mother will receive 100% of pay for weeks 1 through 8. If eligible, federal FML will run concurrently with the short-term disability leave. On weeks 9, she will have the option to transition to a paid parental and bonding leave that will provide an additional 4 weeks at 100% of pay. Just be aware, your short-term disability leave and paid parental leave may be reduced by any eligible state benefit. In this scenario, we have an employee taking a paid parental and bonding leave, but is planning to break up the 4 weeks of the paid parental leave into 2 2-week increments. Since the employee is eligible for federal unpaid FML, this benefit will run concurrent. Just be aware, your paid parental leave benefit may be reduced by any eligible state leave benefit. In this scenario, we have an employee taking 2 weeks of family care leave. This is to care for a family member with a serious health condition. Since the employee is eligible for federal unpaid FMLA, this benefit will run concurrent. Just be aware your family care leave benefit may be reduced by any eligible state leave benefit. The additional slides coming up have information regarding My Sedgwick, Benefits Compass, and state leave laws. Sedgwick has care coordinators that specialize in state leave and disability laws. Employees who work in a state that offers state disability or family leave will receive a call from a care coordinator. Employees will receive this call within 2 business days from the first date of absence. A care coordinator will review all of the employee's benefits and discuss how they run together and the time allotment available for each. Employees can ask to speak with a care coordinator at any time when they call Sedgwick at 877-491-5303. The following slides have additional resources and information related to the leave process that you may review. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call Sedgwick, and again that number is 877-491-5303. We hope you found this information helpful, and we thank you for your time.